Hello, Diamond Painters. It's DP Crazy Lady here, and it's definitely crazy because it's 3:10 a.m. It is now, from Sunday into Monday, and it would be now the 18th of May, 2026. Um, just reminding you that this is what I'm doing. The autumn afternoon at Belmead with the 57 colors. It is a square. Here is the size, and I'm really enjoying it. The only issue I had is I can't use my metal ruler. They somewhat match, but not exactly, and I would end up having to spend twice as much time uh, placing the drills into the metal ruler, taking it off, repositioning the drills somewhat, and then filling in where where there's blank spaces. So I'd be doing 3 times the amount of work rather than just this. And yes, like I said, I only single place. I do not use a multi-placer. Like I said, I've tried it. I can't get the drills straight, so I single place. In order to keep my edge straight, I'm using one of these straighteners, and it really keeps the edge straight. There's enough stickiness at the very, very edge of the painting, at the material there. There's just enough that it will stick down, and then you can line, your drills up. I know that they sell, I've seen it on Temu, I've seen it on Amazon. It looks almost like it's a L shape and then a T square type plastic, 2 separate pieces, where some people, you lay it down, it goes across and then up, and then you fill in your, edges and stuff. I, figure why waste your money, if you've got a lot of these, or I have larger ones of these, smaller ones of these. They'd work the same way. You lay it down there and it'll stick, while you lay the thing down. So, nothing much else going on. Bianca, I watched your, you know, video. I even commented on it. Um, let's see. Um, I had an issue with, well, before I do that, I'm going to show you what this looks like with the light out, because of course sometimes with the light on you're going to see a few gaps here and there. So here is how it looks. I think it's very, very pretty. I love the color in the flowers. I really love those. And I'm getting ready now to do the blue flowers. So let's see if I can get this straight again. um, okay, now turn my light back on so that I can see what I'm doing. Um, I had a slight issue with management in this park. I mean, I really like Rob. He's a good manager as far as you know, uh, keeping things sort of humming. And will at least try to listen to, if you've got an issue or something. Not sure he always takes care of it the way he should, but he does listen. But I think it was a week or so ago, the what do you call it, maintenance idiot. I know him from when they used to live in this mobile home park and then moved out and moved back in and so on and so forth. But anyway, apparently, he mows the grass and everything. And he did some complaining, I guess, about dog doo-doo in the the empty lots right across from the front of my mobile home, which the other mobile home that's on the other side of the vacant lot has 3 dogs. A very large one, medium-sized one, and then a smaller, older dog. So anyway, I got a notice about a week ago on my door saying, it wasn't no fine or anything, but just a violation warning of cleaning up dog doo-doo. Now, my daughter normally always cleans up the dog doo-doo. Liam puts out Tootsie Roll size, which is very, very easy to get rid of, where her dogs over there put out humongous piles. So I was told that, she got a warning too. Well, my daughter continued to clean up, anytime Liam went out, even if it was late at night in the dark, my daughter would take her cell phone out, use the light on it, and if he doo-dooed, she cleaned it up. And, little doggy bags that we have, I guess, that are biodegradable, and, dump them in the trash. For the last week now, that neighbor has been letting her dogs out, and I watched her the one day sneak around to the backside of her mobile home and near another empty mobile home and let her dog take a huge dump and then run back in the house. Then I've seen her all week. Her dogs are taking huge piles of dumps out there, and they're cleaning up nothing. I was going to have a discussion with Rob on this Monday, and tell him that, hey, I hope you're going to give them a fine or another notice or whatever, to clean it up, because it's getting ridiculous. There are between 5 and 7 piles of crap out there. And if we're going to get a warning and they got a warning and they don't comply, then they need to be fined according to our lease that we all signed. But my daughter saw Rob out on Saturday while she was walking Liam, and she went over and she told him, she said, I don't want to be that kind of person that tattles on people or anything. But then she explained to him about what they're doing and not cleaning it up. She never comes out with any. If her dogs do huge craps, well, then, get a pooper scooper so you don't have to reach down with your hands or anything, because that's a huge pile. Get, doggy baggies or whatever that fit your size dog and use a pooper scooper and just dump it, and get rid of it. But they never do. They have never. And he said he would deal with it, And I noticed today he was out on his deck, the manager, which he does almost every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He's usually out on his deck. He lives catty corner from me. And, he has get-together with the maintenance guy and a few other people, and they have a cookout or whatever. And, hell, I have a huge deck, but I don't even go out on it because it's just, the weather is so crappy for me, and I can't handle that. It's either raining or it gets so hot without a roof over it, it's just I can't deal with the heat. So anyway, he was out there, and I know he watched her come out with her dog, and it took a dump, and she went right back inside her mobile home. So that's why I told my daughter, I said, I'm going to have a discussion with him on Monday because I want to know, did he see her do it, and is she being fined? Because if I have to clean up after my dog and all these other dogs that people walk in the park in this neighborhood here and crap in my yard and I have to clean it up, then she needs to clean it up. Well, I won't be having the discussion with him tomorrow because an ambulance came tonight, and off he went into an ambulance. He's not that old. He's either my daughter's age or a little younger. So, and he did walk out of the mobile home, and they put him on a stretcher and took him. So hopefully it's nothing real serious, because I don't want to see anything happen to him, but I'll tell you, it seems like every other day there's ambulance coming in and out of this park, either because we have elderly people here, which I'm one of, or we have people who have disabilities, and illnesses. It happens. But it's like, if it isn't an ambulance for a medical thing, we end up having the fire trucks come in, and somebody might have left a pan on the stove, or something dumb. You're not paying attention. So I know it seems something minor as far as Dougie do, in the yards and stuff like that, but there should be, if there are rules for me, then they should be for thee. It's not fair, that I comply, but they don't have to without consequences. So we'll see. I thought about getting some kind of cheapy camera or something to put at my window, because it faces right there at their mobile home and that empty lot, and say, hey, look, here they are, they're doing it again, and you're jumping on me saying I got to clean it up. I clean mine up. Like I said, Liam is, Tootsie Roll size doo-doo. It's not a whole lot. So anyway, I am really enjoying this. I like the way these drills, I can tell there's some that don't look exactly the same size as the one next or something every once in a while. And there are quite a few that are sticking together, which isn't bad. This is, I believe, black anyway, this color. So it's not, it's 3371. It's a dark brown. So it's not too bad. But it seems like the darker colors in these ones that Diamond Art puts out seem to be clumped. I don't know why. It's only the dark ones. Every once in a while you'll get them from a little lighter shade, but normally the darker the drill, for some reason they stick together. I only had maybe 3 or 4 bags that had some static in them, so that was really good. That saved me a lot of time and effort. Let's see. The one thing I would like to do, like I said, I'm going to try and save up enough money to get that Black Cat by Candlelight off to Carly Girl in honor of her kitty Salem. But I also, next month, I want to see on Amazon, if I can find a good size, but a nice diamond painting for the 250 year celebration, the United States. I can't afford anything off of Diamond Art. I doubt if they have anything like that or whatever. I'd like to, either a flag with 250 on it or an eagle, with 250, something. I'd like to get it and start it before, because if I get it the beginning of June and I'm able to purchase it, then I can get it done by July, and it's for my own celebration, not for, anybody else or anything else. So, and we've had fireworks out here. I've heard them. I think it was our baseball team that we have around here, the Scrappers, because it started like around 10, after 10:30, somewhere around there. So I figured they were closing out a game, because we have our own stadium over there. Out by the big mall, there's a big stadium for our baseball team. So anyway, I'm not going to talk much longer. I've been on here, 16 minutes. That's not too bad. Bianca, you went longer. I know it's warmer weather and stuff. Don't understand why there's hardly anybody visiting the channel. I feel like I'm definitely talking to dead air because nobody's there. So, if there's something you want to see that I'm not doing or saying or whatever, you got to come to the channel and post it. How do I know what I'm doing right or wrong? Nobody's saying anything. So hopefully I'll get some visitors and y'all tell me what you want to see, hear, do, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Let's see. It's a little coffee time, which I have to get another cup. This one's about done and cold. So, hope everybody had a pleasant weekend. It was so foggy this morning you couldn't see anything out there, and then the temperature just slowly creeped up and up and up. It got to about 80 degrees here inside my mobile home, so the air conditioner went on. I've had it off and on throughout the day, just enough to cool it down and turn it off, because I don't want to run it 24/7. Gas prices, I don't know. I haven't been out in the last 3 or 4 days. And as far as my electric bill, we have our own, the town I live in has its own electric company. It's not a conglomerate of others. Now, I know darn well eventually the prices will probably go up. I mean, they've got to pay like everybody else. But my last 2 electric bills, last month was, I think, $65. This month, it was $55. So either I'm using less electricity or I'm just lucky. I don't know which. Now, I know it will go up somewhat because of air conditioning, because I have the whole unit. And normally it's not more than about, I'd say maybe 110, 120 if I'm running the air conditioner throughout the whole month, off and on. So that's still not too bad. My daughter pays the electric bill. So, well, like I said, I hope everybody had a pleasant weekend. If you're not retired and you have to go to work on Monday, please be careful. Please don't work too hard. Sorry that I hate the idea that gas prices are where they are. There doesn't seem to be an end in sight. I'm paying $6 a gallon for me. So that's not cheap. So, and we're taking Liam to the vet tomorrow. He's got to go and get his nails cut. He's getting caught in a blanket. His nails need to be cut. Plus, he's always chewing his rear ones. His rear nails, he chews. I keep telling him, you chew your rear ones until they're short enough. Why don't you do that with your front ones? But he loves chewing on his rear toenails. So, okay, I'm going to get off here and get more of this done. I'm going to get another hot cup of coffee. I have laundry to do tomorrow. So I'm going to do at least about 1.5 loads worth. That's all I have to do. Not sure what's for supper tomorrow. Going to have to cut my nails. They've broke. This one is broke all the way down to the skin. For some reason, it just split on its own. This one is broke all the way to the skin. I don't understand it. I didn't bump them. I didn't do anything. They just split down in the bed. And I told y'all, if I start paying attention to my fingernails and painting them and, trying to take care of them, this is what happens. So, well, I babbled enough. Sorry. But I haven't talked to another adult in quite a long time other than my daughter. So I thought, well, I'll babble at y'all. So have a good one. I'll get back on here in a few more days, let you know how far I've progressed. This section here is just about done. Be moving over to the next. So have a good one. Enjoy. And I will be back with you later. DP Crazy Lady, she's out.